Hi, welcome to week 1 of a chip off the old block toys, the Grand Lion Hotel. Up to now, all of my videos have focused on my Lego City MOC. The Lego City MOC though is to the point where the street level will be soon finished, and of course at the street level buildings will have to be built. And I want to show a series of videos on some of the larger structures that will be built. And the first in the series is the Grand Lion Hotel. The Grand Lion Hotel is this dark orange, black roofed hotel. It's like something you'd find in a downtown area of an older city. I bought the instructions online. I believe it was 2014, at least that's the save date of the file. And I believe the seller was named Jedi Boy. However, I did a quick search on eBay just a few minutes ago and I can no longer find that user and I cannot find those instructions. The hotel strikes me because I like the older look, the character in the building, and you'll see that character as it's built. And another thing too is I have an internal debate in my head on whether this is truly Jedi Boy's idea or my personal MOC. I lean towards it being my own MOC. My thinking behind that is this guy had clearly never built this hotel. The second level here did not fit on the main level. I had to restructure that lower level so that all the levels above it could fit on there. Also, the instructions do not have a floor to it. In fact, I'll show you here on the instructions. So this is the main level here. And as you see, when he starts out, there's no base plates. There's nothing to build this on. Not acceptable for what I'm doing. I have to have well, it wouldn't be acceptable at all, but for what I'm doing, I must have a proper foundation for it. So I have to, that's the first thing. I have to build a floor to it, and one that's going to be structurally sound. And in addition, there was no basement to this as well. So my version of this is going to have a basement floor, and that's going to be under the street level because the way I'm building this. And in the basement level, I'm going to have a laundry room. I'm going to have a mechanical room, like a boiler, that kind of stuff. And I also a swimming pool will be on one of the wings. I'll switch over here. But like this wing here on the basement level, in the basement will be a pool. And then on this side over here, this basement will have a tennis court and a locker room and bathrooms. And so will the other side as well. It'll have locker rooms and stuff and bathrooms. And also, and I'm sorry, go back to the main, I'm going to have a laundry room, a gym, a movie room, and if there's enough room, I might put like a 2-lane bowling alley down there. We'll have to see. The other thing I want to do, and this is going to be really challenging, but I love a good challenge. I want to put a working elevator, 2 of them, 2 shafts next to each other, down the center of this, or close to the center, all the way to the top floor. And also, the original instructions had 0 interior. So there's no rooms, just big empty spaces in all these levels. I want to have a front desk on the bottom level, as well as like a little area where they have a nice cozy little fireplace and some couches you can sit on like you do in a regular hotel, and a little eating area where you have your usual continental breakfast, although I think a joint like this would probably have something a little nicer than that, but you get the drift here. And I'm also going to have a set of stairs next to the elevator shafts. And there's other things too. Since this has come out, Lego has come out with new pieces. A good example here is this corner piece that has studs on adjacent sides. That makes the bottom levels, which I know you really can't see this right now, but you will when I build it. It holds a tile that looks like brickwork better, other than having it just hanging loosely and then it gets crooked over time. This will help it. And I apologize for my fingers here. I bought a brand new house in February, and I'm in the middle of putting a sprinkler system in, and I've been working on it every day, and I'm kind of messy with the glue. I assure you the glue's dry. I feel it's a sin to, or close to a sin, to glue Lego pieces together, so I assure you that's not going on here. Well, I'm going to do something a little different with these videos. I will do a little bit of time lapse, but I'm going to do this as a build as you go and do little clips so that it can show exactly what I'm trying to do here and explain some of my building methods, and to also show how show why I feel this is my MOC instead of Jedi Boy's MOC. I love his original idea, but I've improved on it so much that I really feel it's mine. Well, I hope you guys enjoy these videos, and we're going to transition here, and I'm going to build the base, the middle one here. So let me zoom over there. So I'm going to start with this section here, and this will be the grand entrance with the 2 elevator shafts, as well as it'll have a main desk. And when I say I'll start here, I really mean I'm going to start down here in the basement of this section. But we're going to use some Technic bricks to make this nice and strong. Like I said, structurally sound is something I'm really going to have to do, because in a way this isn't going to be completely suspended, but as you know, with my city being multi-level, and meaning below street level, I have to have the proper foundation for this thing to stand. And also it'll give guests a way to go to the underground parking garage straight from the hotel. Alright, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started with the building. When building a building, there's only one place to start, and that's in the foundation. If you remember from the picture, this hotel is going to be like a block letter I. There's going to be a wing here, and then a main piece that's the same size as the wings turned sideways. And that's going to start the basement floor of this middle section of the letter I. As I said, the original instructions do not have a basement. In fact, they don't even have a floor. So this bottom part is completely my idea. So what I'm going to do is I have to plan for this elevator. The elevator is going to go all the way through the building, and in fact, because the parking garage has 2 levels underground, this basement is only going to take the first level of the underground, but the elevator is going to go 1 more floor down to get to the bottom part of the parking structure. There will be a door on parking level 1 to go out, but we don't need an elevator there. Let's start with the foundation. So this original size is 2 1x2 road plates. Okay, and as you see, I'm leaving a rough hole here for the elevators, and I'm going to use these Technic bricks right here to be the kind of the cookie cutter pattern of the elevator. And I am building kind of a hollow floor on here. And I don't mind using these yellowed pieces here because they're going to get covered up in the process anyway. So here's the basic outline of the first floor. And I want to use Technic bricks because Technic bricks are really strong structurally, and plus with these holes in them, they give you the opportunity to use those pins to lock them in place once you have them where you want. But then it also makes it easy to remove too if at a later date you need to do that, which, like I said, I hope to be able to build this in such a way that I can take this with me to some of these conventions. So that's very important to me. It may not be to you if you built something like this. Maybe you never plan on moving it, and that's fine too. So I just got to put a border around this whole entire thing. So I apologize if you've noticed in some of my videos that my hands will have purple and green on them. I don't have any today because I didn't do any yard work today. I bought a brand new house in February, and I'm installing the sprinkler system, me and my kids. And so, yeah, my hands get dirty because I'm messy with that glue. So now I have this, and now I'm going to fill this in such a way that structurally this will be sound. And again, I like the overlapping technique. That way it holds a lot structurally better. And by having this 2x2 brick here, that not only does it allow the overlap, it also makes it that when later on I press bricks down on here, it has a nice solid spot to hit, so it doesn't like bow in and make it easy and make it harder, and then you know, warp what I'm trying to do here. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in every other one. I know I have the pieces here. I pre-did this. That's okay, I'll just keep going for now. Again, you'll notice that I'm using the older bricks that have yellowed. I'm going to be simulating a hardwood floor right above this. So you won't see it. You will see a little here, but because that's going to be in the parking garage, yeah, you actually won't see it. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, I've been collecting Legos for 40 years. My first Lego set that I ever got actually wasn't a Lego set, it was a Taiko set. And my dad picked it up while serving in Japan. He was in the Navy. And I remember him bringing it home. I was probably about 4 years old. It was a spaceship of sorts, and I don't really remember much about it. But I remember really liking the building toy concept. And my parents, for my next birthday, bought me a Lego set that was the Lego bathroom set. Some of you might remember that set from the 70s. It was not a full. It was on a base plate that was smaller than a regular 10 inch by 10 inch, 32 stud by 32 stud. It was a little smaller than that, and it only had studs too wide along the three edges. One edge was missing completely any studs. It was just smooth. And that was my first actual Lego set. And I believe that was for Christmas. Then the following birthday, my parents bought me the Universal Lego set that had a it had like a red semi to it. It can be built into several things, but that was on the main thing on the box was a semi. So and ever since then, I don't know if I had really asked my parents or not. I think they knew from then on out I wanted Legos, and so for every Christmas and birthday thereafter, I pretty much got Legos. And you know, when I was I think I was 9 years old, I got a paper route, and it was a pretty large paper route, and I made pretty decent money doing it. And of course, you know, being a 9-10-year-old kid, you don't have any bills, you know. So that was like the best thing since sliced bread. No bills, but money coming in, and you know, I did pretty good. Bought a lot of Legos. And then a few years into doing a paper route, the kid next to me quit, and by that time, readership of newspaper started to decline, and temporarily, these two paper routes combined was more than what I originally started with, so I was making even more money doing the paper route, the two paper routes. And then I got a job at a sandwich shop. I won't say the name of it, but it is a sandwich chain that people on the West Coast will probably know. And I remember that minimum wage was, it was $3 something an hour. And this place thought so much of me that I got paid $5 an hour. And so there I was as a 15-year-old kid, quitting the paper routes and then going to work for the sandwich shop, making more than minimum wage, which again was just awesome. I saved money, a little bit of money for college, you know, but again, there was a lot of money going into Legos as well. Just couldn't get enough of them Legos for some reason. And so I've been collecting Legos over the years. I haven't always bought them new. I've gone to plenty of garage sales where the parents think it's time to empty out them Legos because no one's playing with them anymore. And of course, a lot of people that do this, and I hate to admit this, but they just don't know the value of what they have. And I've picked up sets for far cheaper than I should have ever been able to get. And then as eBay came out, I quit the garage sale hunting, and I've picked up a lot of used sets on eBay. And a lot of used pieces too, not just sets, but just loose pieces, which actually have been some of the greatest finds that I've ever seen, have been these, you know, mix mash of whatever. And they take a long time to sort and clean because I'm not germaphobe, but I'm part of the way there. So, cleaning it's been a chore, but well worth it. And then of course organizing it's quite the challenge. In fact, at one point my wife told me that if I didn't have these Legos sorted, I'd have or organize them, sorry, I'd have a hoarding situation on my hands, which is probably true. I can't really argue with that too much. And the themes that I've collected have been all over the place. I think my favorite starting out was space, and I'm talking about 1980s. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. In the early 90s, it was called, I think it was Paradisa. The poolside house, the cabana beach, the Sand Dollar Cafe, I think it was called. Those sets were some of my favorites. Still have them. Still have all the pieces and figures to them. And Pirates. That was another good one. That was a series that just, wow. Lego really hit the sweet spot on that. I don't like the newer Pirates so much. My favorite pirate set was the Black Seas Barracuda. Still have it to this day. I'm almost done with this base here. Definitely getting there. Oh, and of course I don't even know how to follow my own design. I was telling you a little bit about myself and got kind of carried away. Oh wow, I really got carried away, didn't I? Okay, let me fix that then. So we're getting there. Okay, so now we've got the bottom base except for this piece here, which I thought I brought it over, but I guess I didn't. I will fill that in. Okay, so now we got the challenge of laying this out how I want it. So obviously there's going to be two elevators here. I'm going to have a little stairway or hallway here with a door going to the parking structure, but there's going to be stairs here in case the elevators are out. And a hallway here connecting the two wings, because I'm going to have a tennis court and a swimming pool over here on the basement level of these part of the wings. So that leaves me kind of 4 quadrants, 2 smaller here and 2 longer here. So what I want to do is I want to put like a laundry room here, maybe with an ice machine and a vending machine in here. On this side I want to put a gym. And since there's going to be a little bit of wasted space, or it could be wasted, underneath the stairs here, probably going to put like a janitor's closet here. And then over here, I plan on putting in a movie theater. And with the door here, the screen here, and a little walkway with the seats, staggered, so that you're not having to look through people's heads in order to watch the movies. Even though some of those heads have hollow studs. Sorry, bad joke. You can't see through them. And then on this side, this other quadrant here, I plan on putting a small 2-lane bowling alley here. So that if you're staying at the hotel and you feel like doing a little bit of bowling, all you gotta do is wear those ridiculous shoes and you're in business. Okay, so I'm gonna go off camera just for a second so I grab this piece so we can keep going here. All right, there we go. Okay, so this is really tricky to figure out. Because I have to build this in such a way that everything just kind of works out. You can't just go willy-nilly on this and hope that it works. There's actually a lot of planning that goes into this. So I have these one up because I'm going to build a hardwood floor here. And this hardwood floor is going to basically have to cause these doorways to be one up, or else the doors can't open. They'll be hitting these. All right. So let's start with this hallway here. So I want everything to hit this way. So let's start off with that. And then we're going to put a doorway here for the laundromat. Okay, now we need to start building. So it's going to be 6. So I need to start my wall going that way. And now we need to put in the, there's going to be another door here to the hallway to the stairs, as well as a hallway here, or a door I should say, because this goes out to the parking structure here. So let me get that going too. And there will be a doorway as well there for the bowling alley. In order to make these 2 rooms equal, I will use a double wall here. Although these stairs do not allow it to be completely symmetrical, I'm going to try to build this as symmetrical as possible. Alright, got these outlines going in. Okay. Just need to check one thing because I made some plans on here. So okay, so that's where I need to start stairs according to my plans. Although I do prefer a freestyle build,
I'm sure you can imagine with such a build as this one I've got going here that there's no way this one could be a freestyle and make it. That would just be impossible to accomplish. I would be rebuilding it and building it all over again probably 40 or 50 times and spending money unnecessarily on pieces that I don't need. So I will forego that disaster and actually I plan these things out. And normally I'm pretty good at remembering, but every now and again maybe refer to my phone just for some notes. Okay, so this is pretty much the layout now. As you can see, I'm going to do a short time lapse because I don't think you guys really want to see me fill this in with these tiles. So we'll go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back, and we'll be building some more. Okay, time lapse over. Hardwood floors in. As you can see, I tried to make these have the appearance of boards that were put together hardwood floor as they stagger like in a real home. I also realized that while I was doing this, I actually made a small mistake here. So let me correct this, because I actually need to have a spot here for the closet door that goes underneath the stairs. So let me do that. Okay. Also, I don't believe in wasting space, so underneath here, I'm actually going to build cabinets that are built into the stairs there. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm thinking in my head here. So I'm just trying to simulate the pattern that's going to be in the floor here until I get to here. Because I believe in maintaining what it would look like if there weren't walls. They say the devil's in the details. I assure you he's here because there's a lot of detail here. Okay, so there we have the hardwood floors there, the cleaning closet. And now I'm going to use these modified plates for the elevator doors, which means I got to put this here and these here. Okay, so we're going to start with the laundromat here. I'm going to go ahead and place the items that belong in the laundromat. First, we have the washers and dryers. And you see I built this into the floor so that it fits right in the floor. And these two are laundry detergents right here. I can't tell you what brands they are, but you might have figured out what they're supposed to represent. Okay. I have a Lego vending machine that's going to go, and also I had the studs on the floor here to have that fit in there. That's also going to be laundry room. I also have the good old famous ice makers that is almost in every hotel. And they're almost always in the laundry room or next to the laundry room. And in this case, we're going to keep up that tradition and put it right here. Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and build some of these walls off camera. I'm not sure you guys really want to see all that. So I'm going to go ahead and call it quits for this week. Week 1 of the Grand Line Hotel. Again, even though I do lean towards this being my own MOC, I don't want to take full credit because I did buy the original instructions, although it's heavily modified. I just ask that if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe so you see more of these videos, and also hit the notification bell so you know as soon as I upload a new video on this channel. Assuming that it works right, because I've heard from people that they don't always get notifications. And also, please feel free to share this on any of the social media platforms such as Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Facebook and Snapchat. Let your friends know about this channel, those who like Legos, and hopefully they'll enjoy it too. I will see you guys next week, and be safe out there, and have a good one.